do this. I will check this. So basically, you go in here and you will edit the document, and it actually saves as you do this. So and then over here you will type in your name. Too many caps here. All right, and of course today's date, whatever the date is. You're looking at this. I think today is 8/21/2020. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this problem. Okay, we're going to look at this problem right here. All right, and we're going to calculate the standard deviation using this worksheet. And you will follow along with me as we do this, and I will check to make sure that you have done this. And this is a grade. All right. So the problem is calculate the standard deviation of the following ages of children in a child care center, and then use the chart below to record the steps. All right. So here we've got, first thing we're going to look for is the mean. Okay. As you guys remember, let me backspace this out of here. You guys may remember, right? The mean is the average of all the numbers or the data set that we're looking at. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, and 7. And these are the different ages of the children that are in this child care facility. So we calculate that by adding all these numbers together, all right? And dividing it by the number of children that we have. Okay, so when we add all these numbers together, we get 44. And if you count all these ages right here, we have 11 children. So we take 44 divided by 11. Our mean is 4. All right, so that is what we have. That's our mean. The next thing is this n that we're looking for is, all it wants to know is how many numbers do we have in our data set. Basically, how many children do we have in this child care facility? And that is 11. That's what we put here. Now, the reason why we figured these out, because we're going to need these two values later on in our calculations down here and over here, all right? So let's move on to the next part of our chart, where what I did was I put all the numbers of the children's ages onto this first column. Okay, these are the ages that you're looking at here. They're on the first column. All right, and over here on this second column, okay, I don't see the bar over here. There should have been a bar there, but for somehow it vanished. But it should be a bar right here that represents, it should look like this right here. This second X right here represents the mean, which is this number 4, all right? So here, the calculation we're going to do is we're going to take whatever the child's age is right here, which is 1, okay? And we're going to subtract, okay, the mean, which is 4, okay? And we're going to put the answer, which is going to be, in this case, -3, all right? So generally, I'm showing you this calculation that you're seeing right here. Generally, what you just put the -3 in this slot right here. I don't really need to see the calculation, but for modeling purposes, I'm showing it to you. All right. So the next thing is to calculate whatever's in this column right here. Okay. So whatever's in this column, let's go ahead. This column basically wants you to calculate whatever answer that you got here. Okay. It wants you to square it. So basically, what you get is you take -3. And I can't do it in this thing right here, but what I'm going to do is I'll take -3, and I'm going to multiply it times -3 again, since I can't do squaring on here. All right, I can't show you that. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this number right here and I'm squaring it. So it's -3 times -3, which is equal to 9. All right, so that's basically what you do. Okay, let's do it again for the next row. Okay, once again, we do the same thing. Except this time, my first X value is going to be a 2. That's this value right here. Okay, and I'm going to subtract that from 4. Okay, the second value right here always represents this mean right here. All right. So, and that is equal to -2. And if I go to this row right here, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to square this answer that I got here, which is -2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get -2 times -2 equals 4. All right? So now that we've done that, right, I'll take a minute and I'm gonna let you guys do the rest on your own, okay? I'm gonna pause this video, or I'm just gonna wait for a minute, okay? I'm not sure how to pause this video yet, but I'm gonna let you do the rest on your own, and I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be doing it as you're doing it on your own, all right? So here, I'm just gonna go ahead and write down the information now. I'm not gonna go through the calculations with me, but just note that whatever calculation goes, the answer goes here for the calculation that you're gonna do in this column, all right? So here on this column would be 3 minus 4 would be -1. And the square root of -1, of course, is just 1. And since this is the same, this is also going to be -1. And this is also going to be 1. And then 4 minus 4, of course, is 0. And then 0 squared is just 0 again. And this is all the same, but that's also 0. At 0, still 4. It's the same value. Okay, here 5 minus 4 is going to be 1. All right, square root of 1 is just 1. Okay, and of course you have 2 5s, so that's the same here. 1 and 1. And over here on this it'll be 6 minus 4. Okay, that'll be 2. Right, 2 squared is 4. Right. Over here it'll be 7 minus 4. That is 3. Over here you got 3 squared is going to be 9. All right. Okay, so now we get to this point right here where it's asking you to do something. This basically says summation of everything that you squared. Okay, that's what it's saying. So it wants you to add up this summation figure right here, or character. It means it wants you to add up everything in this column is what it's saying. Okay, that's the x minus x squared. That's what you're looking at right here. The summation means add all these up. So I'm going to take 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 4 plus 9. When you add all these up together, you should get 30. All right? So that's what you do in this column. So, all right? Now this next thing right here, it's asking for what's known as the variance. So the variance is whatever this number is. See all this notation right here? That's all of this on the numerator. Okay? And they want you to divide by the value of n minus 1. As you remember, n is 11, right? So here, you're taking 30 divided by n minus 1, which is 10. So what you're doing is you're dividing 30 by 10, okay? And when you do that, you get 3, all right? Now remember, everything we're doing here is we're just trying to find the standard deviation for this set of data right here, okay? So, now, 3, okay, what do we do with this 3? Well, on the next step, right, what we do is we take the square root of all of this, which is just 3, all right? So we're going to take the square root out of all of this right here. And if you use your calculator, which you're going to need, all right, when you take the square root of 3, basically what you get here, your standard deviation is going to be 1.73, all right? So this is the standard deviation. Basically, your standard deviation is 1.73 years of age is what it is, okay? So that's what you found. That is how you find the standard deviation.